Hey guys, it's Steve K5JUF. Got some stuff I want to show you on FLDigi today. I had a QSO event last night, and it really wasn't a very much a success. I really wasn't prepared for it, and kind of got me thinking about starting to prepare managing, CW QSOs because they're a little different from voice. So it kind of got to thinking about it, and I realized that there are some tools in FLDigi that I think will help manage QSOs, at least for me being a beginner, but it'll also help me listen to code and send code. And there's another thing too I have for practicing words, so I'll show you these. What I've done is up here with these uh, macros are, I've gone in and everything you see here, I have created a custom macro. So I've got a macro custom for me calling CQ. I've got one for when I hear a station with a KN coming back to that specific station, and then I have one with an SK, meaning I'm finished with the QSO. And the last one I have is I have one more over here for practicing various words and stuff. So like if I'm having problems with certain words and I need to hear them in sentences and stuff, I built a custom macro over here, and I'll show you how that works too, that you can edit it really easy. These macros are very easy to build. So to my custom macro here, this is what it looks like. This is what will happen is it will actually transmit. It will send my ID, which is telling the other station if they have the ID turned on, they'll be able to see what mode I'm in. It also will have the standard CQ, and then of course there's my call sign with the K meaning over, and then it goes back to receive mode. So that's what the script looks like. So you'll see that confirmed. No, I don't want to quit. I just want to close this out. The next one is KN. This one here again has some adage, some stuff I added, for example, hello, but it pulls the name and call sign. Now where it pulls this information from is right up here. So like if you have a station come back and you're able to pull their call sign in, you might want to say their call sign is say W5 KIA or something. You can go in and put the operator. If they give you their name, it might be Ron, for example. And so that's important. And then of course you'll click here to update the time. And then of course signal report that they give you, whatever's coming in from them. You know, if they're telling you you're 5x8 or whatever, if you're 589, that's what you'll put in for your signal report. And of course their signal report will go here. So what will happen here is, for example, say you hear his station at 587, for example. So where I'm going with this is when you press this macro here, it's going to pull from this field, and this field. So it kind of makes it easy. So watch. There's his name, his call sign, and there's his signal report. Now what you have to do here is put the cursor at the very end and then press the transmit button here, and it'll send this. And the last one I have is when I'm done with the QSO, I would click here on this one, and then it would say, thanks for the QSO, Ron 73, God bless, W5KI from KI5JUF. Again, click the transmit. So that's what these are for. And of course, the last one I have is for practicing words. If I want to click on here, this is some of the words I'm having a problem with. For example, like Mike or union. I'm having a problem with union. But if I want to practice hearing these words or sending them, I can just click here and I can go to a dummy load and just sit here and practice, or just turn off the back end on the radio. And let's see here. All right, so what this does is this just gives you some tools. So let's build the macros first. So let me go ahead and clear out. I will remove these. Let me clear these out real quick and we'll be right back. Okay, this is what your screen will look like most likely if you have it set up this configuration. These will all be blank right here. And this is what we're going to do is we're going to go in and add these. So this is very simple. What I did is I pre-built the macros and I copied them to Notepad right here. And I'll put these in the bottom of the video. So if you want to copy these, you'll be able to copy these directly into your system and change the call sign or whatever in your preferences. But it'll actually pull your preferences. These will work. So let me show you how we build this one. The first one we're going to build is the KI5JUFCQ, and that's just my standard calling frequency. So what I'll do first is I will click here and I will right click, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this script right here, copy, and I'm going to paste it in this field, and then I'm going to copy this title right here, and I'm going to paste it in this field. Now I'm going to click apply and watch what happens. It just populated. So that's our first macro. The second macro is the KN, so let's build that one. We'll right click, we'll put that one here, and I'll go ahead and copy the script. So this way, when I have a QSO started, I have a fighting chance to at least start some intelligent conversation with the person. Being so new to code, it's going to be difficult with the key. I'm going to paste this one here. Now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to grab the name. See where I grab the name right there? Copy. I'm going to stick it down here in the bottom. Click apply. There's my second one. And the third one is the SK. Right click on that. Click here. Click on this. Go over here, paste it in the macro text. And you can also build macros. You've got all these commands over here. You can move these just by pressing the arrow key. So you can make many, many, many macros. And let's give it a title. And we click apply. And the last one is the practicing one. This is where I'm going to put like words and stuff that I need practice with. So the beauty of this is I can use this tool to build custom words, phrases, things of that nature. So if I got things that I'm having a hard time or I need to kind of focus in, particularly with words and so forth, this is where this tool becomes real powerful. So I'm going to right click here. Whoops. I'm going to click here, and you can put anything you want down here. This is just uniform and whisk here too. I'm having trouble with. All right, we're just going to call this practice words and paste. All right, there's the 4 macros. We've got them built. Now, how the macros are going to work are uh, you can do things to them, but the first macro I have is the CQ one. This one here will transmit immediately because right there I have the transmit command at the very beginning of the macro, and then at the end of the macro I have the kilo command with the turn back to return back to receive. So this CQ is going to key the radio automatically when I press it. Let's just take a listen. All right, now we've got another station. Now the station's come back and I've got his call sign, I've got his name, and I'm giving him a signal report of 588. And now I'm going to go ahead and answer him back. Now remember here, I have to press the transmit because here I may want to change this. For example, I may want to say the weather's cold. I may want to say the weather is, for example, 100 degrees. You can go in and edit this. You can edit this. So you can make each QSO custom. The macro just kind of gives you some building blocks. Degrees, okay, there we go. Now, what we have to do is, one thing that's important, you always have to remember is you need to put the cursor at the very end of the sentence. If you put the cursor here, it's going to stop right here. So you have to make sure that your flashing cursor is down here right after the R. And then we'll press the transmit key here. So you noticed what happened there when it went past that K, that little sign past the K and R, that means it's going back to receive mode. So now that's the KN. So he might come back and say, hey, very good, your RST report. And then I'll put that in, of course, where mine is. But let's say we're done with the QSO. So now I can just go ahead and hit the last one here. And again, I have this one set up not to program either or transmit until I press the transmit button so I can customize it. So thanks for the QSO, Ron. Uh, for example, like I said, thanks for the QSO, Ron. Very nice. So you can edit this. This is what makes this so nice. Very nice to chat 73. And then, of course, again, always put the cursor at the very end. See right there? You got to make sure it's down here past the R. Then press the transmit. All right, that's it. So basically what now I have some tools. So when I do make a contact, I've got some things here that I think pretty much follow the protocol. They may not be perfect, but there's some building blocks. So with this information now, I have a way to practice on the key, and I have the opportunity to listen. So this tool is helping me build both my transmitting or sending skills and listening skills. The last one is the practice one. This one here I'll show you real quick. We'll just do this one. Now, say for example, I could change this. I could just change this to you. I could go in here and put you. All the macro does is it just gives you a place to put it. And if I wanted to put W, which is another one I'm having a hard time with, and then I could put like words. I could put union, union, or whiskey, something like that, or win, just things like that. And what you can do is, again, always press the cursor at the very end. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to put K, this symbol right here, R, and that's going to take it out of transmit. Otherwise, it'll stay in transmit. See how that works? All right, they just took it out of transmit. All right, so I hope this is helpful. This is just showing you how to do some very basic macros for basic QSO building blocks, I call them. I'll put all the specific ASCII text in the below the video so you can actually build these yourself. So anyway, I hope this helps. And 73, and thanks again for watching from KI5JUF. Have a great week and Labor Day holiday.